and moving forward would be to teach you how to go hands-on with it and do things as you like, because I know you have that those boutique items, and it sounds like you want to kind of expand that a little bit. This will give you that ability. And so rather than you being, reliant on me doing these things for you, because that can get pricey. It'd be a lot easier if you have the hands-on and you can do it right there and take care of it yourself. You can make instant changes whenever you need to. Okay. So if you've got about an hour, I'm going to kind of go through all this stuff really fast. Now I am recording this session. So once it's done recording, I can put it on YouTube if you want to refer back to it. And if you want to take the hands-on approach, kind of go with it. I'll tell you a few more things that I want to add, and I'll get that information from you on that, so I can make those changes. But I'll be available anytime you want, anytime you need help, moving forward on it, I'll be available. You take that hands-on approach, you're going to find you're really going to love this. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share real quick so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And let me know when you can see where it says Zoom Crowd Leader.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So we're going to jump off this page, and I'm going to move it here in the middle since I don't really need it. And I'm going to jump over here to the page as it's set up right now. First impressions. Now, I know a lot of these are products that are not yours. These are stock images that are in there. Part of the reason I left them in there for now is because a lot of the images you have are not sized correctly, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. It's really very simple. First off, what do you think of the general layout?
I like it. Yeah.
I'll give you an idea right here. You've got this sliding banner of products. I'll show you how to go in and edit all these elements. Right here, you've got all products. I set it up as boutique items, screen printing, vinyl, sublimation, and banners. Sound good?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Now, these are some things that are put in there. I don't know if you want to continue them like this or whatever, but these are editable, so you can change the titles and the images, or you can go with it as is. I don't know if you want anything like that or not. Now, this big space under here, just to kind of let you in on, the reason it's large like that is because one of the images that I chose, in fact, the next one coming, is much larger. And that illustrates the need for some consistency in the size images. And I'll show you how to get that consistency here in a little bit.
Okay.
Then you've got this little section down here, which is, split up. So if you want to split it up with the items here that you have, or if you want to carry your boutique items here, like specifically items for men, things for women, just like it says, or however you want to break it up, you can do that.
Okay.
Anything you have that's new that maybe you're adding into your boutique, you can list here, or anything you want to highlight, we can change this title. You leave it like this, we can change the color scheme. Likewise, the featured products. And then this is a nice feature that I thought was really good, since you are going to have some boutique items. You can have the things that are selling the best-selling items, and this system will keep track of that for you. So as items sell, things that are the most popular are going to land in this highest selling. Of course, this is all random. And then it's going to automatically, based on the pricing that you put in, it's automatically going to put the lowest and highest prices. Okay?
Okay.
If you carry any specific brands, I started to eliminate this section here, but I thought, well, maybe you do carry some specific brands. I don't know. Or if you have, okay, fantastic. So what we can do is you can go in and get those brand logos. I'll give you an example. What's one of the brands that you carry?
I wholesale out through Under Armour, for example, and then L&B.
Okay, let's go Under Armour.
Yeah.
All you got to do is do a Google search, Under Armour logo.
Yeah.
And then do images. And there you go. You've got lots of logos that you can pick from. And if you look for these that say Wikimedia Commons, that is non-copyrighted. you know for sure you can use that.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Most
know
of
about
the
the
time-
copyright and stuff.
Yeah, most of the time it's not going to be an issue because Under Armour wants you to sell their products. So if you're selling their products through their website, they don't mind you using their logo. That's why these common brands, you're going to see plenty of logos because Under Armour is not going to get upset. They want you to sell their products.
Yeah.
But if you want to be careful, pick one that says, Wikimedia Commons. And do you know how to save these? Just right click,
Yep.
save image as, okay? So then you'll save the image to your computer. And let me come on down here. Bear with me just a moment. Here's you. And I'm just going to save it here as that. So then all you have to do when you come in here, oops, that's your information page. We'll do a customize. Like I said, I'm going to blast through this stuff pretty fast. So don't worry about trying to remember it. It will be, it is being recorded. And I'm always a phone call away. I'm just going to kind of get your feet wet. You're getting a crash course, okay?
Okay.
So you've got all this. Now, this is your customization feature for this particular setup, okay? I've already got your site identity taken care of, which is right here, okay? The tagline and the name. Most of your a lot of this stuff is already laid out. Your colors, we can change the color schemes, but you can kind of see the colors I chose. If you hover over your name, it goes that dark color. Otherwise, it's a teal. And then your background is a slightly different shade of teal, which if you like a different color, we can change it, or I can show you how to go in and change those here in a little bit, okay? It's on the list. All right, so for right now, though, we're going to be changing this this brand logo. I'm going to show you how to change those, okay? These are your front page sections. See this where it says brands?
Yes.
Brand 1. Now we're going to select image. Right now it's got just a generic stock image in here. Now this image is not in your library. I loaded all your products in here. Plus there's a lot of stock image items in here that you may just want to get rid of, or I don't know, you may want to keep them. What we're going to do is upload files. I can do this one of two ways. I can either select the file, which will open up a window and bring me into it. Or, and this is the easier way, especially if you've got a big, long list of pictures, like if you got a whole bunch of pictures on your, in a file that you want to do, just highlight them all and just grab it with your left click and grab it and drop it in there.
Okay.
Now it loads it up right there. Now this is some stuff I will teach you about later. This is the finer points of using SEO and stuff like that. But for right now, we'll leave it alone.
Okay.
So select the image and give it a second and it will load up. Let me hit publish. It should publish that image in there. And the brand URL, if I wanted to create a link over to Under Armour's website, all I'd have to do is put the URL in where it says brand URL. But now you see that one of the boutique brands you carry, Under Armour. Right now it does not have a link, but you can create that if you want. Okay? Or if you want it to link over to a specific page on your site where you carry nothing but Under Armour apparel, you can make it do that. When you get to that point, if you would need to remind me, I'll show you how. But it's really very simple. I'll come in here real quick. So you've got a reference to it, front page sections, brands, brand 1. All you would do is put whatever the URL, which is this right here, okay? Whatever the URL is that you want that image to link over to, okay?
Okay.
All right, now going back, this slider right here, okay, you've got some slides. You'll notice right now, you got a shop now. This image is, let's see if I can remember which one this is. Yeah, these are the slides here that we're talking about, okay? I just picked random slides. You can add a new slide, so you can have as many as you want. But ideally, you want these images to be all about the same size. And what I would do is I find, probably this one or this one and cut it down. I mean, this is a pretty good size right here, what these are. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, are you very good at using, photo editing software?
Yes, that's what I do. I do graphic designs. So I went to school for that.
Okay, so you don't have any trouble resizing.
No.
What I would recommend you do is you simply resize some and get an idea and try one out. Try it out, and when you find one that fits just the way you want it to, resize everything else. Everything else the same way.
Okay.
Now, in this particular web building setup that I put together, it has an ideal size. And I'll go back here to, let's see if it's, can't remember exactly where it is. Right there. It's got an ideal size that it showed. But the easiest way to find out is to go into, see these right here? The easiest way, let's close this. And I'll provide you with a login for this site. And we're gonna make some changes on the back end. But right here, have you ever used WordPress before?
Probably so.
Okay, well, this is built using WordPress. That makes it really very simple. This is the easiest web builder that is available. And I'm using an eCommerce, the WooCommerce solution. The reason I chose the one I did was for the flexibility, but also went with WooCommerce because it integrates very well with Square, which is what you're using. And also I checked into the other credit card program I was telling you about. And it can be integrated here as well. So basically, the reason I mentioned that is because whatever you're spending right now, I know there's a percentage, anywhere from 2.5% to about 4%, that credit cards cost you through Square. What I've got is what's called cash discount, and it can pass that expense on to the customer, just like you wouldn't pay taxes. It doesn't make sense to pay the credit card costs. A lot of companies are moving to this. And so you end up, rather than spending, 2 to 4%, that 2 to 4% goes to your bottom line. So if you want to move to something like that, we can discuss that later. But I just wanted to make sure that this would integrate with both systems. So that's why I went with this design.
Okay.
Okay. Now, right here, I'm going to go through these pages real quick, give you a quick overview, and show you the menus. This is the menu I set up for the site at home. Here's your blog. I don't know if you're familiar with using a blog.
Yeah.
But it's a very good idea to have one and create one every couple of days, about every 2 or 3 days. 3 a week is perfect. Sometimes if you're in business, it's kind of hard to do that. But if you can create 3 blogs a week, I mean, you're ideal. And if you ever need ideas and you want to know how to create the blog, I can teach you how to do that. Or you can farm that out to me. I'm a writer. That's what I specialize in. So, but I can help you get tons of ideas for blogs. So don't ever think you got to come up with a million ideas. I can book your calendar for 2 years.
Yeah.
This is your shop, your wish list, about us. This is the boutique highlighted to really draw attention to that. Contact us, screen printing, vinyl, banners, and sublimation. So that gives you a nice kind of broad overview. All right. I'm going to go through each of these to show you a little bit about them. Screen printing, I went ahead and created kind of a page a little bit, just kind of got it started to give you an idea of how it sets up. Now, you'll notice right here, see this top bar? See the top bar is a little different. Right here on this one, it's just edit page. This one is edit with Elementor. Elementor is a very simple to use page building tool. So it's implemented. That's another reason I went with this particular design, was because it will implement with Elementor, which gives you a lot more flexibility in creating your pages. Okay. So if somebody clicks on screen printing, they're going to come over to this page. You see, it's not, I don't know. That's probably vinyl, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So I just picked one. I wasn't sure. I did some screen printing when I was a kid in junior high school. I was like, I don't know. So,
Yeah.
but here's how you change it. Okay. Elementor is very simple to change. You just edit with Elementor. Click on that. And it's going to go to this page. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. And you'll notice you have all these elements, okay? You'll also notice as I hover over each one of these, you'll notice over here on the right, a little pencil icon. That's how you edit. To edit that, you simply click on it, and it opens an editing feature over here. Notice if I click on this, take that out, it just goes screen, right?
Yeah.
So it makes all edits in real time for you, so you can see exactly what you're doing when you're doing it. Okay. You can also modify the size, and you can modify the color. Like I chose that teal, but let's say I want to make it a little darker. There we go. If I want to change the typography, because obviously this is a little bit boring, right?
Yeah.
I can come in here, choose the family. And you already know about typography, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite? I mean, here's Georgia. It's a little nice. Got those. So you can go in here and you can modify the topography. And then right here, you can do a text shadow. Like right now, I've got it a little bit of a blur behind it. You see that?
Yeah.
Come in here. I can make it less blurred. Okay. Just like that. I can also adjust the horizontal and the vertical of it. Okay.
Okay.
You're advanced. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Don't be afraid to play with anything in this. Okay. There's nothing in here that you can break, Mary, that I can't fix.
Okay.
The only thing I'm going to tell you to stay away from, unless you already know it, is where it says custom CSS. Okay?
Okay.
That's good. Looks like in this particular one, you can't edit that anyway without the pro version. But in some of the things, some of the features that you can go to, if you see custom CSS, you don't know how to do that, stay out of it.
Okay.
Do you see anything about using HTML? Do you know about HTML?
Yes.
Do you know how to use it?
Yes.
Okay. So there are some areas where you can edit the HTML. I will show you one here in a moment as soon as we get out of this. Now, basically, once you finish doing whatever you want to do to this page, like now we just edited that. If we want to come in and edit this, we just click here, and we can edit this entire section. And for instance, you see that? So I can put whatever I want in there. But you notice the print is really small, right?
Yeah.
Not good. So what you do is highlight it. You're familiar with using a Word document, right?
Yeah.
You've got this basic same kitchen sink where you can do all kinds of things. You can change the color of the text. You can add links. You can do bullet points and paragraphs. You can do the, where you want it aligned. You can indent however you want to do, bold, italics, underline. This right here is the easiest way to make it bigger. And I'd go with a heading 3 or a heading 4. So now you've got a little bit larger there. Let's say you want to change the color. There you go. You've got a different color. Okay.
Okay.
Once again, you can go to style. If you want to adjust the color and typography of this entire block using the style part, you can use that. So you can do that either here or here.
Okay.
Right. Let's go over here. Now this picture, let's click on the picture. So I don't like this picture because it's not correct. Now I can add a caption If I add the caption, it's going to be the attachment or custom. In other words, if I've got a caption in the attachment itself, add that caption. Or if you want to create a caption that is unique only to the picture on this page, you can do that like this.
Okay.
The link right now, there's no link on it, but you can link it either to the media file, or if that picture is somewhere else for sale on a different page and you want to link to that page, do custom URL and add that link to that page on there. Okay?
Okay.
Now, changing the image, since this is wrong, all you got to do is click right here, choose image. We're brought to the media library. Now, tell me when I get to one that is silkscreen.
Okay, let me see here. Sorry, that's my parrot that you hear in the background.
That's better. I got an 8-year-old you're probably hearing in the background.
Yeah, well, I have my 6-year-old daughter right here, but that's my bird back there talking.
I like parrots.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't see any yet. Let's see.
Okay, that's the end of yours. So I'll go back.
I know it. Some of mine I don't think actually went through. Like the
Well, that's okay because now you don't even have to add them to Dropbox. Before I get done here, I'm going to show you how you can add all of your images, everything you got into this website. So you've got it all right there. You can use it, and as you get new images, it's real simple. Okay.
Okay.
That way you can, like, if you get a new product in right now, it's hot, or all of a sudden people are like rushing to, hey, do you have this? You have this, and you can add it in 5 minutes once you know how to do it.
Yeah, because I'm constantly adding daily to my Facebook.
Okay, so let's just say this one, right? I'll switch it to this one. We know it's not right, but let's say I change it. Okay.
It's okay. Okay.
Now, remember I talked about caption. This is a caption for these shirts. Okay. Now, here's something I want you to understand. Now, these shirts here, these are vinyl.
Yes.
Vinyl, printed, slime, party shirts, red and purple. Now, do you see what I did there? I simply described what is in the picture, okay?
Yeah.
The reason I did that, you know the purpose of alt text and what it's about?
Yes.
Okay. So that helps people who are blind see it. But guess what? The search engines are blind as well. So that tells the search engines exactly what's on that image. That's how you get that image found.
Okay.
Also, the caption is a chance for you to kind of sell the image through what your visitors are going to see. So this is where you're going to put, this is your sales. This is where you're going to put your little sales copy. This is what's available. We can do this on multiple whatever, any size, maybe put the price or whatever. This is where you can, or check out our range prices over on this page. This is where you're going to put your sales copy. You kind of a little extra promotion, up to about 25 words. You don't want to overdo it. Yeah. Description. This is where you're going to put a very detailed description of what is shown on the image, because this is only going to be maybe about 6 to 10 words. Yeah. This could be up to 25 words, and it's a very good description. It's a good way to get found. Okay, so I'm going to insert this media. I'm going to change the title to Slime Party Shirts. Okay. Okay. And your title doesn't have to be capitalized. Nobody really sees it. The search engines do. Okay, so now if I put caption and I put attachment caption, notice it shows up right here. If I put custom caption this is where I would type, you know, add whatever I want. See that live time?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it knocked me off.
You need me to wait while you get logged back in?
I'm logged in. It's just that it took me off of the I'm seeing the shirts, but I'm not seeing where you're writing now.
Okay.
Okay, I see it. I got it. I guess that my thing froze up.
Yeah, it's probably you're out in Ragley, so it's a good chance.
Yeah.
Believe me,
You're right.
I used to live out there.
Yeah.
Off of the fire over by the VFW hall.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
4 miles exactly. So
Yeah.
all right. So all you do is once you're done with whatever changes you're going to make. Now, I recommend on any of these pages, when you create these pages, try to have at least 500 words on the page. Okay. And
Okay.
it can be broken up. You're just giving examples. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is before I'm done with this site, I'm not going to just dump it on you like this. There's a few other things I want to do. One of the things I'm going to do is a little bit of information above this about silkscreen printing, what it is, and you know how it's used, and what it can be used on, and then I'll continue that information down below so that you can have a little bit of sales copy here and a little bit of flash and encourage people to buy from you. But then those who really want to read about certain, you know, silk screening, they can read that as well. And what that'll also do is it'll help the search engines kind of zero in on that. Now, here's why it's beneficial. Down at the bottom, I've created this for you. You've got your location, Ragley, Louisiana. Even have the zip code in here. But I also made sure that I put Calcasieu and Beauregard Parish in here.
Okay.
The reason I did that is so that if anybody in Calcasieu Parish or Beauregard Parish is searching for information about screen printing or any of these others, because this is going to show up at the bottom of every page, the search engines will know to send them to your page. Google gives preferential treatment to local businesses when people
Yeah.
look, they're doing a search. So if there's information, you know, you may not get first position, but you're going to be somewhere up on that first page if the quality of the information is good. So on all these pages, except your shop pages, but your boutique, your screen printing, well, I'll show you boutique in a minute, but your screen printing, vinyl, banners, and sublimation, those pages, I'm going to go in and make sure that there's enough information in there so that you can start ranking pretty quick with Google. All right.
Okay.
Now, once you're done with all this, you can just come down here at the bottom, this green button, and you see different save options, save as draft, save as a template if you want to repeat this on other pages once you've created everything you want. But we're just going to update for now. Okay. And then just kind of come up here and should be able to just exit out right here. Actually, I'll just exit the dashboard. No big deal. Now the dashboard is going to bring me back here to a little page where it shows everything. This is your basic editor. Right here, if you're in a WordPress editor, you can switch back and forth from a WordPress editor to Elementor. I recommend that you use a WordPress editor for your blogs, your blog posts only, and for your pages, edit them with Elementor so you can, you know, get them looking really nice. Right now, I'm gonna click on this. It brings me back to the main dashboard. Okay.
Okay.
Back here, this dashboard shows you all the stuff that's in here. Now, I haven't activated Jetpack yet. I haven't activated SiteKit. SiteKit is where we're going to link all the various Google products, including Google Analytics, to your site. We just don't want to link it yet. So once we get a little bit more content, get more pictures and images and prices in there, then we're going to link it with Google and get that generating for you. Okay. These are where all your posts are listed. This is your media file, your library, and if you want to add new, you just click on that and you can bulk add stuff in there. These are your pages. All pages are add new. If anyone leaves comments, they're here. Okay. This is all your stuff for the WooCommerce. It helps you build this this site. This is Elementor. A lot of this stuff, you know, you can just look it over and check it out. Appearance, this has to do with the theme that is chosen for your website. I recommend you don't change that.
Okay.
But, you know, you can later once you know what you're doing if you want. But I will tell you, if you change it later, once you have everything in here, it will be a nightmare. So if you ever decide to do that, the first thing you want to do is come to Tools and export your entire site.
I'll just leave that alone.
One of the things that I'm going to be doing as part of the monthly pay for you is every week I'm going to be backing up your site. So if anything ever happens, you know, boom, I've got backups.
Okay.
I know how to wipe it and reload it. So, you know, you may lose only 3 or 4 days or whatever. You know, you'll lose less than a week worth of any work you put in. That's a lot better than losing the entire site.
Yes.
I'll be taking care of that for you anyway. You'll be having those backups will be there. So that's why I said you really can't break anything that I can't fix. Okay.
Okay.
So just don't be afraid to work with this. Your plugins, you don't really need to mess with those. I'll be taking care of that for you. From time to time, you may see in there where it'll say, you know, update, because some of these plugins update daily, even hourly. Don't worry about it. I'll be testing your updates. One of the things you want to do when you do an update in is you want to back up the site. You want to test it. You want to check the updates for the plugin updates for any kind of code violations or problems like that, so you don't break your site. Okay.
Okay.
So if there shows up any updates there, don't worry about it. You know, every week I'll be getting to that and taking care of it to keep those nice and fresh. You're gonna have a bunch of them pop up, and what I would say is if you see maybe more than 3 that need to be updated, and I haven't, you know, updated them yet, go ahead and shoot me a text or an email. Let me know. Say, hey, got some plugins need to be updated, because I don't like it to go over 3. You know,
Okay.
it's just a personal preference. There's no real right or wrong to it, but I like to keep it simple. Your settings down here, I'll show you this real fast. Now, these are all your pages that are on the site. Okay. Your settings, I'm going to show you, there's a number of different things. I'm going to show you a couple things here. General settings, right now, this is, of course, the site title, the tagline, your URL. The admin email address right now is set to mine. Okay, now once I completely release this over to you, and before we connect your Square account to this, we're going to change this to your email.
Okay.
Okay. After that, I will no longer get any kind of emails from this website related to the website. You'll get emails. So if you ever get an email you're not sure about, forward it to me. Okay. I will not be getting copies. You will have the admin. I will, if you want me to, it'd probably be a good idea since I'm doing the maintenance on it. You will want to keep me as a user, but I will add a new user. I'll add you as a new admin user so that you will have access to everything I have access to.
Okay.
Right here, the one thing I'd recommend you don't do membership. Anyone can register. You can do that later if you want to create kind of a shopping club. But even if you do that, I would avoid letting anyone register. And the reason being is this creates a huge backdoor for anybody who wants to take over your site, anyone who wants to hijack it or use it for spam purposes or anything that's not nice.
Okay.
If you do something like that, you do that on a site where really you've got a lot of people going in and leaving comments and doing stuff on a day-to-day basis. And the folks that use this, they stay on top of their site like constantly. Every couple of hours, they're watching for any fraudulent activity and hitting it. I used to have a site where I did that, and it was a nightmare. It was hard keeping up. So I wouldn't recommend this site. Okay. So this right here, this is tied together. You don't need to worry about either of these since you're not going to use it. Now, the site language is this. We are in UTC time zone 6. The date format's like this. Is this how you want it? The name like that? Or do you want this format? You want a different format?
No, the first one you have is fine.
Okay. How about the time? Is this one good? Do you prefer big letters or military time?
No, the first one's fine.
Okay. And you want your week to start on Monday. Now, the only way the only thing this really affects is this simply affects any kind of reporting that goes on. And I'll show you one of the WooCommerce tools that's in here that'll help you with keeping track of inventory and stuff like that. Does
Okay.
your week start on Monday?
Yes.
Okay, so we're good to go. You also have some writing and reading and discussion settings. You can look at those later if you want. I'm just going to show you your permalinks. Now, this is the link that shows up here when you create something. Right now, I've got it set up for custom structure so that when you create a blog or a page, whatever you name that page is what's going to show up here. It'll go to clarkscustomscreations.com/ and the name. Now, you can change it to something like this. If you accidentally create a page and you don't give it a name, it will automatically do this one. Okay?
Okay.
But it's easy to go in right below the link. You can edit the link and change the link if you want. And I'll show you on this one right here. See the banners?
Yes.
Okay. I created it like that. If I wanted to edit this link, I would simply do this and change the link. Now it says banner. But I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Go back. It's going to ask me if I'm sure. No. Okay, that's good. Okay. Now, posts real fast. This has loaded up a bunch of fake posts. Okay. For right now, I'm just leaving them just to show you what's there, but I'm going to delete all of these off. Okay.
Okay.
Go visit the website and I'll show you what's going on here. If you go to your blog, it's just showing you this is how the blog is going to look. It's laid out like this. Now we can change all of these widgets. Okay. We can make these, we can add in things like images or pictures or links to other pages, which is really something we want to do. So if you have any ideas, say, hey, look, this is what I want. I'll show you how to do those. They're called widgets. Okay.
Okay.
This is how your blog is going to show up. Now you can switch your sidebar to this side, or you can put it over here, or you can have no sidebar. I do recommend a sidebar. Typically, a lot of blogs will have the sidebar on the right. Some will put it on the left, and the reason is on the left, our eyes naturally tend to gravitate to the left, so that if you got a sales website, you're selling things a lot, there's a tendency for people to give it more action on the left. It's also good if you're going to run any kind of ads, like if you decide to run advertising through Google. I don't guess you would, but if you got any local companies that want to advertise with you, on the left side might be better. But you can easily switch it back and forth just in your blog settings. So, you know, for right now, this is typically how you'll find them, is on this side, but it's not hard to change. And then you'll see right here, right now it's saying that all these are my name. That's because my name is on as admin. When I change that, it's going to show up as you, or should. Okay.
Okay.
And this is basically how it'll look. You can see all the presets are kind of in here. Once you get the images, once again, you want to kind of go with images that are all the same size. So when you put a featured image into a blog, when you create a blog, let me just click on one. Oops. Dashboard. What am I doing? Okay. Just went back to that. Okay, so right here, if I do an edit on this particular blog, it'll bring me to a simple editing screen, which is like this. And you've got your paragraph size. You know, you've got a few little simple things here that you can work with. Nothing real fancy. Down here, you've got your color settings, text settings for the document, post attributes right here, default template. You can either work with Elementor or go with the default. You can adjust your permalink right there. Pick your categories, which right now you've only got a few categories in here. We can add all your categories in that you want. So we can decide. I can talk to you about doing categories later, but I just want to show you that right now.
Okay.
Featured image right here. This is where you would set your featured image. You click on it, come up here and pull it. Okay.
Okay.
A recommendation is for these blogs, your featured image be longer, wider than it is tall. Okay. Usually about 300 by 600, is really, or 600 by 300 is ideal.
Okay.
But whatever you do, the most important thing is make them all the same size. And if you do that, you're going to have that nice, consistent look going down the page. Okay.
Okay.
Not going to update that, so just back out of that. Now, let me jump out of here and show you. You need to take care of your child. Go ahead.
She's taking a bath.
Oh, okay. Okay, I've gone over that. Your shop page right now, there's nothing in here. Okay.
Okay.
Your wish list, obviously, because I've added nothing to the wish list, that's empty. The about page, we've got to create an about page. So I'm going to, get some details, some specifics from you on that. A video would be fantastic if you can create a video. Do you have a YouTube channel?
No, I don't. Not for my business.
I do recommend, now up here on your social, I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, but this is the about page and I'll be working on that. Okay. Your boutique page is a little different. You can see you've got some product categories and filtration stuff that you can work on. Okay.
Okay.
Contact page. Okay. Your background, obviously we want to get rid of Chicago.
Yeah.
I did not find any good photos of Ragley. I
Yeah.
looked everywhere. But if you get a picture, really ideally, if you can get a long shot picture of your company, your business from Highway 171, that would be perfect here. And the reason is because if you go down here, I couldn't find any, Google travels around and they take you look anywhere in Lake Charles and you can find pictures of businesses in Lake Charles all day long. They've apparently not made it to Ragley yet.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to. If I typed in your exact address in Ragley, it would not take in Google. If I type in probably 171, I get the church, I get the post office. Not sure. You get all kinds of crazy stuff. So I just went Ragley for the map. Okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely get you a picture of the like my storefront. Yeah. I'll get a picture of that from the highway.
That would be ideal. And then what I can do is I can drop it back here in much the same way. Now, if this right here, if you like this, we leave it. If you want to change it, that's easy to change. Once again, this is done in Elementor. So you just click on it and make the changes.
Okay.
This right here, you'll notice I have different colors. Take a little time, look at it, decide which colors you like. They look pretty much the same initially, but this is actually a little deeper. All 9 of these colors are different. Okay. I chose slightly different color schemes. Even the background here, I know you said teal, so I chose a slightly different color for here than here. If you decide on your color preferences, let me know. We can make those changes. I can show you how to do that later, okay?
Okay.
Let's see. I want to take a look at my list here because I kind of wanted to give you an idea of everything. Elementor pages, homepage elements. I went over the media with you. I haven't showed you the colors, showed you posts and pages. You know about image sizing. Don't have to worry about that. Okay. Let me show you your social media real fast.
Okay.
Right here, if they click on follow, you'll see you got double here. Follow us on Facebook and then the Facebook element.
Yeah.
I did that intentionally since Facebook is kind of your flagship way of handling social media and you do a lot of your sales that way. I
Yeah.
did it on purpose, but they're actually two separate links. This one is going to open a separate page. So your website stays open, but it goes over here to your Facebook page. Okay.
Okay.
This one, if they click on that by chance, it's going to just take to the same place, but it's going to leave website. Okay.
Okay.
Now, the reason I did that is because when we set up your Google Analytics, we will be able to track where people are going after. We'll be able to see if they're hitting this one more or hitting this one more, which one they use most.
Okay.
If they're using this one most, then it just gives you a little bit of marketing insight as to what to put and where on your website as time goes on.
Yeah.
Now, YouTube and this LinkedIn, they're not connected. They'll just bring you straight back to your own site. There was a Google Plus here, but Google Plus is no more.
Yeah.
Instead of LinkedIn, I mean, I'd recommend you use LinkedIn if you're not already, partly because you do a lot of work for businesses.
Yeah.
So if you can get active on LinkedIn, that would be fantastic. The only other one I would add, I also have your Instagram linked here. The only other one I would recommend adding is Pinterest, because you have a very visual product. If you do a Pinterest account and start adding to that should pull you some business as well.
Okay. Yeah, I've thought about Pinterest, definitely. I said yes.
But that can be added up here. So you can add all of these on here. It's pretty simple. I'll show you that real fast. If you come into.
Okay, you're going to have to wait just a second. Go get Daddy, okay?
Come in here and I'll show you real fast. It was header options, your toolbar options. Right here are your social links. There's your Facebook. That's all of them. If you want to add another one, you add it and add it in. Okay.
Okay.
You don't yet have a header image. I took that out. It puts it in down here. It looks silly, so I didn't like it. Your header types, large or small. Right now you're running large. Your colors, right here is where you adjust all the colors that are used all over your site. Okay.
Okay.
And are you familiar with how you adjust all those? You've got a full color wheel here.
Yeah.
Move it around however you want. This is lighter or darker.
Yeah.
And then right here, if you want to go consistency, you want some consistency across anything, this code right here, just highlight it, copy it, and paste it any place that you have a color link, even if it's an Elementor or whatever. And that's how you get good consistent coloring across your entire site. Okay?
Okay.
Menus, your catalog menu right now is not entirely set up. This is the catalog menu. And let's see, let me exit out of here so I can go back to the home page so I can show you that. Are you liking it so far, Mary?
Yeah, I do. I like it.
Okay. Catalog menu. That menu is this right here. Okay.
Okay.
Next, boutique, you notice it says column 3, column 4. I don't know, column 5. Yeah, column 5, column 6 already has some stuff in it. Okay.
Okay.
Change those. You'll put a link, and then you can call it whatever you want, rather than column, or
Yeah.
you can take those out, but it's a good idea to leave them in. You can do the same thing down here with these. Okay.
Okay.
We have to create custom links for those. Right now, I've just got it set up as categories. Okay.
Okay.
Entirely up to you how you want it. I left both ways. You know, probably for the boutique you want the pop out, but not for these since all this is custom work anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Your top bar menu, that is the one that's up here that has your home blog, and then it says that's the custom link that says follow us on Facebook. We can add anything that we want to this. Okay.
Okay.
Site identity, you can change that whenever you want to change it. Your widgets, I promised you information about the widgets, right?
Yep.
Go over to your blog, and I will show you your widgets. All right, customize. Widgets are really amazing. Are you familiar with them?
Yes.
Okay, so you know what to do. You've got sidebar widgets. That's these. And you've got footer widgets. That's these. Okay? Right
Okay.
now, your footer widget, that is custom HTML. Okay, I created that just for this right here. Your second one is a combination of custom HTML, which has your address, and then site links. Now, I don't think that one I've set yet. Follow us on Facebook. Maybe I haven't. I don't think I have. Okay.
Okay.
Your gallery, new products. That's something, you know, that we'll have to set up, edit the gallery and stuff like that, however you want to do it. But it's going to lay out whatever you put in here as a gallery. So that's some of your probably boutique items. You can do it however you want to do it. And then these are just two separate images. Okay. I'm going to back off on that so it doesn't take it away. Kind of leaves it right there. And then, oops, let me get back to the widgets again on the sidebar. Okay, your sidebar widgets. Right now, of course, you've got search. Now, search this site, which you can change that to read search this site if you want, or just search. Your recent post. Right here, if you want to add a shopping cart, a calendar, if you want to put in audio player where you give a greeting to somebody, but you do have to set up an audio plugin, which I'll be happy to do. If you want to throw a video in there, you can do that. The easiest way is to create the video on YouTube or Vimeo or something else, and then put it in there. It's really simple to do. I can teach you how to do that. If you want to put a text box in, you know, where you put like a little welcome or whatever you want to say. You know, the ones that are in there are just kind of standard to put in there, but this is really not something good necessarily for a website where you're going to be selling products. So there are a number of different things here that you can include. That your most important one are your text, your video, maybe a wish list, a product search, maybe a product tag cloud, product categories, possibly a navigation menu, images for sure, or maybe a gallery. You know, things that are kind of flashy are going to get people's attention. You know, and at any point in time, you can change these around. It's really simple. You see this little plus goes over the categories?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me click reorder. Okay, I go reorder, and all you got to do is click up, and now the category is moved up above the archives. Okay.
Okay.
Now, typically, you can also move them like this if you want. See that?
Yeah.
Okay. Really very simple.
Okay.
That's about it. That's kind of what I want to kind of give you an overview, show you about, gives you a good broad overview of it. If you want to go ahead and jump in and get started doing stuff and playing with it and adding things, I will create you a login right now. How's that sound?
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
And in the process, I'm going to show you how to create a login, because let's say you have someone working for you and you want to give them access. Here's how you do it. You go to your dashboard, come down to users, add new.
Okay.
Okay. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab your email because I need that. As a new user, I'm going to create a username, Mary Clark. Is that good?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to paste your email in here. Put your first and last name in here. That way, any posts you create show up with your name. Website, since you've already, this is your website, you don't have to worry about it. But let's say you have a guest who is going to create blog posts for you. You can put their website in here, and it'll show up at the bottom of, or somewhere related to their name or whatever, if you want to do it.
Okay.
Show password, send the new user an email about their account, okay? Before you do any of this, the most important thing, right now, by default, the role is going to be subscriber. You don't want that. These are your different things. Let's say you have somebody running your shop for you. You list them as shop manager. They're not going to have access to everything you do, but they'll have access to very important elements related to running the business itself.
Okay.
Administrator has full access, okay? The only people that should have administrator access is anybody you have working the back side of your website, like myself, doing updates and things, or yourself, okay? So keep it restricted to 2 people, okay? Actually, if you want to give your husband, the credentials to get in on your account, by all means, but let him access only through you, because the more administrators you have on a website that are not accessing the website on a regular basis, the easier it is for hackers to get in and do bad things to your site.
Yeah.
So you want to restrict that as much as possible. If it ever gets to the point down the road where you're like, I'm going to take over doing all this stuff and I'm not doing it anymore, we want to end my administrative information, access. Okay. You don't want to leave an admin out there hanging that does not access the site. I'll be going in every week. You'll probably be going in every day. So we'll be safe. Okay. Anybody else you want to add? If they're going to create blogs for you or whatever, create an editor or an author. If they're going to create blogs, and that's all they're going to do, an author. If they're going to be editing blogs that other people have created or doing little things like that, make them an editor. Okay.
Okay.
And so right now we're going to make you an admin. Now we're going to show the password. That is a crazy password, but it's really super strong. It will send you an email, and in the email, it's going to have this password. The easy way to do it, first log in, is to just copy and paste it, and you can save that to Google Chrome if that's what you're using or whatever. Or I can create a new password for you right now, whatever you want.
I guess you can just leave it at that.
Okay. We're going to add new user, and you should get an email really within the next couple of minutes.
Okay.
I'm not going to save this password. That's yours. Now, if ever you lose your password, the plus side of having a second person admin, let's say something happens, you can't access it, you can't get in, you call me up, no problem. I can go in and I can change that password. I can create a temporary password so you can get in. And then all you have to do is come in here to all users, click on edit, click on yourself, and you can come down and you can change your password just by hitting generate, and you can change it to whatever you want to change it to. Okay?
Okay.
And there was one other thing I was going to show you, and we're done. Let's see if I can remember what it was. Oh, you'll see under here for like banners. You've got this. I haven't created anything yet. Okay. Like the screen printing I did just to kind of show you that. So if you decide on a color scheme or whatever you want to do, let me know, or I can just proceed ahead and create these pages, and then we can, they're simple to modify later on. That's no big deal. Okay.
Okay.
Your categories here right now are preset, but we can change all these as well. We can delete categories, add categories, however we want. And I believe that's about it. I do also have you kind of FYI. I do have you some terms and conditions and privacy policy pages created. You are integrated with MailChimp if you want to use it. I think that's about it for right now. Don't be afraid to go in here and play around with stuff. Oh, that's what I wanted to show you. Your WooCommerce dashboard.
Okay.
As things sell or as people make purchases on your site, this platform is going to keep track of it for you automatically. So right here, you're going to see your total sales over whatever period that you choose. Okay.
Okay.
Net sales, orders, and there are some ways to get in here and get a little bit more specific, few items sold, stuff like that. Okay.
Okay.
So kind of wanted to make
So kind of like Square. It just pretty much keeps everything tallied up for you.
Yeah, I mean, this will get probably a little bit more detailed than Square will.
Yeah.
You know, but and in a different way. This right here, we'll set it up later. Okay.
Okay.
But this will allow you to not only keep track, have your analytics, which I'll set up on the separate. I'll go into analytics and set that up separate, so I can get you reports going out every month. I promise you 1 report a month. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna set you up with 3 because there's really 3 that you're gonna want to focus on. And then there's also you can also link this to Google Ads as well as AdWords, AdSense. You can link it to a number of Google products so that if you want to keep track of those. Another one that I will link it to is called Google Console. And the reason I'll do that is so that as some time goes on, you start getting people searching for your site through Google, we'll be able to keep track of and find exactly what keywords people are using to track and find your site.
Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So we'll do that probably in a week or 2 once this is a little bit more set.
Okay.
Most important thing for right now is just know that you can go in here, media, add new, and then you can come in here and drop files, to add your media, and we can flesh this out a little bit better for you.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
Hey, Mary, do you have any questions for me at this point? I know I hit you with a lot of stuff, and if it's okay, when I create this video, I'm gonna create kind of a video with this. I'm gonna upload it to YouTube and onto my website so it has easy access. But there's a plus side. It's also going to promote your website because people that see it go, "Oh, cartoon," and you get some more visibility off of it. Sound good?
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch the video over and go back through everything. But yeah, I'm excited about it and ready to get in there and play with it. So,
like I said, don't be afraid. Just click on things, find out what it does. So, what does this do? Make a change. A lot of it is live. You can see it going on. If you can't figure it out, give me a call. My phone is on 24/7. My son sometimes has it, but he's good about bringing it to me.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to have the writing part, all of this stuff wrapped up probably this weekend.
Okay.
So that then it'll be just, turn it basically completely over to you. You're ready to just do whatever you need to do. I'm also going to make some adjustments here.
Oh my God.
Hey, hold on.
With some pictures from your library. Okay.
Okay.
The only reason I haven't is because most of them are not sized exactly right. So I may send you an email, maybe with some sizing instructions for different elements to make it for you, so you can write that down and say, okay, size this for this and so forth. Okay.
Yeah. And you said about 600 by 300?
This right here, 600 by 300 works best for these and for your blog posts. Then these, you'll notice they're more square. So something like 300 by 300, well, really, larger is better. So if you can size them out at 600 by 600, that's a pretty good size. A lot of times, like my website, I try to size everything out like about 1200 by 1200 minimum.
Yeah.
As far as like things like this go, you know, sort of square blocks. And then if I can go 12 by 6 for more like this, that way I've got a much clearer, sharper image, you know. But,
Okay.
you know, if you have to go as low as, you know, 6 by 6 or 6 by 3, that's okay too, because the images are small enough. It's going to be all right. And then a lot of stuff's going to be on a phone anyway, so it's not going to be terrible. But I always, you know, bigger is always better. You know,
Okay.
you'll
Yeah.
have a sharper image.
Okay. All righty.
All righty. Well, enjoyed talking to you, and look for us this weekend. Call me anytime, and I hope that was really helpful. I hope you really like it, and I'll have some other surprises for you too. I got something pretty cool going on, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Okay.
It's a little marketing thing that I came across. It's going to, you know, cost me a little bit every month. I'm going to test it out and see how it works for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds great. So I'm excited.
All right. Well, nice talking to you. Have a good weekend if I don't talk to you before Monday.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.